We proceed with 8th chapter in our subject, that is civic education, civic and moral education. So on this session we proceed with chapter 8. As our progress, we started from first chapter up to the 8th chapter, or chapter 8. So our chapter is being tolerant. Being tolerant. So also we have to learn the introduction of this chapter so as to get key issues which found in our chapter. So in this chapter you will learn how to be tolerant as you face day-to-day challenges. You will also learn about physical health and the psychological effects arising from unstressed challenges. This chapter will also expose you to other people's life experiences so as to learn from them as you strive to solve various challenges resulting from daily life activities. So in this chapter, first of all, you have to know the meaning of tolerance. What is tolerance? Also, what is being tolerant? Also, what are the things which can make us to be tolerant or to be considered as we are tolerant? So this is a chapter. Also, we'll be discussing about. We will discuss a lot about our challenges. That's why we are human beings. So we are faced with a lot of challenges in our daily activities. So when you are being engaged in a particular activity, we always face with several challenges. So how can we face or how can we cope with challenges which will be occurred to us when we will be engaged or involved in a particular activity? So this is chapter 8. So in this chapter also, as I said, we will start looking the meaning of tolerance. What is tolerance? Acts of tolerance. Tolerance is the ability to bear with what other people say or do, even you do not agree with them. So we are coming from several societies. So there are some people who do several issues without being agreed by everybody about or in a particular situation. So if we will cope or if we will be together with others, even if what they say or what they do or what they be engaged without being segregating them, we have to know that we have tolerance. That's why tolerance ability to bear with what other people say. So if they say something, even if we do not agree them, also do it can be what they say or what they do. Even if you do not agree with them. So even if what they say or what they do, if what they do or what they say, we can agree with them, or we cannot agree with them, we can disagree with them. So if we have that ability either to agree with them without considering that what they say or what they do, we are not together or we are not agree them, that is tolerance which we are talking about. In this section you will learn to recognize other people's behavior and attitudes that may be different from yours due to family backgrounds, religious beliefs, or race. So we interact one after another, or one group with other. So if when we are being engaged in several interactions, we will meet with people with what they believe is not what you are believing. So if you will meet with such people like that, you have to cooperate with them. Never mind you are coming from different family background or religious beliefs or race. So if you will meet with a people or with the people who have different race, you have to cooperate with them. So if you will cooperate with any person whose you meet in your life, that is tolerance. So we can consider you as a tolerant one. So that is the first issue. Also, accepting changes in the society. So after looking the meaning of tolerance, consider these. You may pass these examples so as to see several issues which found in this chapter. Also, thereafter you can answer or can try to answer these questions. So facing life challenges. So after looking or after discussing the term tolerance and how can we tolerate with our fellows, our friends, our schoolmates, and among others. Also, we have to know facing life challenges. So when I'm talking about the challenges, is any obstruction or any kind of difficulty which face us in our activities or in our lessons or in anything that we do. So that is a challenge, or facing life challenges. If you will face that challenge, we can consider you are trying to solve it. And that there is one person who tries to say that running away from a problem is not a best solution of that problem. So if you are running away from that problem, you are trying to increase the distance of solutions of that problem or challenge which you have. So you have to face them. So here tries to show how can we cope with several challenges. So examples of such challenges are loss of a loved one. This is one among of challenges which we are faced in our life. So you may lose your beloved one. He or she can be your father, your mom, your mom. So he or he can be your daddy, or she can be your mom. So that is examples of challenge which will be faced in your life. Also, separation of families. So you may live far away with you can live far away from your family members, like your father, mother, uncle, your young brother, your young sister, and among others. Also, imprisonment. So if you can be in a several issue, you can be imprisoned. Also, another challenge can be loss of property. So you may lose several properties. Natural calamities such as earthquake and hurricanes. Some challenges arise as a consequence of being sexually harassed, oppressed, licked, and discriminated against due to social, economic, political, religious, or racial backgrounds. In other, solve those challenges, you need tolerance. So those challenges which have been tried to mention in this paragraph, we have to be very tolerant. So we have to cope, we have to live in a manner without being harsh yourself or do anything that can harm you physically or mentally. So if we can do to tolerate in several examples or challenges which face us, you can be a tolerant. Also, after looking that, you have to those are the several challenges which face us in our societies or in our life. So thereafter, we have to read this story so as to determine these several challenges or tolerance as we have tried here to talk about. Also, there is another issue, that is accepting changes in life. Also, today the law, if you are at the school today, you learn a lot of things, but after few years or after few years later, there are several changes which may come. So if there are several changes which may come later, so when someone can come to you and tell you some changes apart from what you learned when you were at school, you have to cope with several changes. So don't continue doing something which you learned after 10 or 20 years ago. So you have to cope, or you have to change. You have to accept changes in your life. So if there is someone who come and tries to advise you anything, you have to accept changes in your life. So here, changes is the tendency of being in a situation that is different from what is usually to be, and therefore likely to be interesting and enjoyable. You are responsible for your own change. If you believe that you can change your life, it will happen. So you need to develop confidence in your ability to change, and you should be hopeful that change will come. Being self-confident will you to build the habit of perceiving and embracing changes without losing hope. So here, this passage or this paragraph tries to educate us to accept any changes which will come in our life. Never mind that changes can affect you. So something which you have to take into consideration, those changes which you receive or which you accept should have positive impact. So you are not allowed to use this door maybe to accept any changes, even if those changes which may come can affect you negatively. You should not accept these kinds of changes. So you can read this story so as you can read this story or this poem so as to tackle several questions, like what advice does the poet give to the reader in the second stanza. So if you have learned and you have understood second stanza, I think in the second stanza, I think you can answer these questions. So you have to read that poem so as to answer those questions as appear here. Importance of being tolerant. So if you want to be tolerant, what are the what are the advantages of being tolerant? So I think here you can learn that being tolerant in the face of challenges has great benefits. The benefits include being efficient, academically progressive, intellectual, mature, and reliable. A friend who gives you company when you are in difficulty is a true friend. There is a saying, a friend in need is a friend indeed. So in Kiswahili we call it akufae kwa ziki ndiye rafiki, au rafiki wa kweli ni yule ambaye anakusaidia wakati wa shida. So here you can learn, if you will be being a tolerant, what are the advantages which you may get? The first one is you can perform good academically, progressive intellectually, so you can progress your intellectual ability, mature and reliable. So these are some benefits or importance of being tolerant. So that is also, there is another poem here you can read so as you may read it so as to answer the questions which follow. The questions are: what are young doing to overcome the challenges you are facing? So here, if you have read that poem, I think you can answer those questions as appear here. A problem arising from unaddressed challenges. Problems arising from unaddressed challenges. So a problem arising from unaddressed challenges, when someone fails to address challenges which he or she faces, he or she might be affected, for example, physically, psychologically, or health-wise. Some of the physical effects could be bodily pain, which can lead the disability and the paralysis. Additionally, one can develop peptic ulcers or high blood pressure, which will affect him or her ability to work effectively. So here, in this paragraph, we have learned that if you fail to address your challenge, if you will fail to address any challenge which faces you in your life, then there is possibility of being affecting you physically or mentally. So I can give you an example. If you are treated worst at your hopeless, and you fail to address these challenges which face you at your home, there is possibility of being affected you physically or mentally. So there are several mistreatment which are being done in our family level or at the school and among others. So there are some people who lose or who lost their life because of being not addressing their challenges to the other people, which can help them to solve such kind of challenges which faces them. So we have to address our challenges which face us to the people which we think they can help us. Maybe we can take these challenges or we can address these challenges to the particular authority which can help us to be out on that challenges. Also, there is psychological effect. Psychological effect, one can develop fear or inconfidence or shock. Psychologically, one can one is affected psychologically when he or she fails to make 190 decisions. So here, psychological effect, there are several effects which can be caused of being not addressing several problems. So there are several effects which are concerned psychologically. You can be affected by psychologically, and you have seen some people who decided to kill themselves through not addressing their challenges. So they think that let me die in this world. There is no any kind of reason or any reason which can help me or which make me to be in this world. So let us lose or let us kill myself. So don't be rich on that point. So you have to address those several problems which face us. So after looking the psychological effect, we can read a passage also, so as to read it. You can read this story so as to answer these questions. So that is, after reading those stories, try to pass here, it will enable you to answer these questions like what disaster did Rosa's family encounter. So if you have read on that story, will enable you to answer those questions as appear here. First question, second question, and the third question. Also, there are other activities here you can read so as to answer these questions. So there are other questions here which demands you, after reading the whole chapter, will enable you to answer these several questions as here I think you see these questions. So these are the several questions which you may answer by reading the whole topic. There is example, when you see challenges wisely, you become stronger. A child can advise his or her parents to address his challenges. So you may write if it is a true statement or it is a false statement. You can answer.